Let's connect with Mr. P.K. Goel, Director of Finance of India's largest OMC company, which is IOC. Mr. Goel, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Goel, at IOC, have you done some numbers that how this petrol price hike will change life and subsidy burden for IOC?
So before I answer this question, I just want to clarify. We have last revision was in the prices was on 1st December. Since then, this MS prices in the international market has increased by roughly 14.5%. That is from $108 to $124, and rupee has depreciated from 51.50 to 53.17. Due to that, OMCs were incurring a huge under-recoveries, and during the current year itself, means from 1st April to 22nd of May, OMCs had lost 2,330 crores only on MS, which is not being compensated by Government of India. So we have no other alternative to increase these prices. Yeah.
But Mr. Goel, is the hike enough for you to actually cover your current losses?
No, this is the hike only which we are presently is having a under recovery of 6.28 rupees per litre. This does not cover the losses which IOC or oil companies are incurred from 1st April to 22nd of May.
So are you saying that even after an average 10% hike in petrol, oil marketing companies will still be selling petrol not below their break-even level?
No, now it will be a break-even, but we are not able to recover the past under recoveries.
Okay, what about your current diesel, LPG and kerosene under recovery?
See, this is diesel as present is 13 rupees 64 paisa, and on SQ it is 24.16 paisa per litre. This 31.41 litre, and LPG is 479 rupees per cylinder.
Mr. Goel, this has perhaps been the steepest hike ever that we've seen, for fuel. Is there a chance that there may be some rollback, or do you think this is the final price hike?
This is the price hike which has been made from the midnight today.
Mr. Goel, we understand that over the weekend there could be a price revision in diesel, LPG and kerosene as well. Are you aware of any such meeting?
No, I have no news about this, sir.
The fact that petrol is currently deregulated, do you think this price hike will actually, just change nothing for IOC?
Pardon?
The fact that petrol is currently deregulated, do you think the current petrol price hike will not change life for... Let me now also bring on board Mr. R.K. Singh, Chairman and Managing Director of BPCL. Mr. Singh, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So, Mr. Singh, first a quick take on how last night's petrol price hike will change life for BPCL.
We were losing on petrol. All of us know about it, and last night's increase has really helped the matter to the extent that currently there will be no more under recovery on petrol. And this 6 rupees 6.28, this has been worked out based on the last 15 days average price of petrol, crude and the exchange rate. So currently with this hike, there is no under recovery on petrol.
Mr. Singh, how much loss were you making on petrol daily earlier?
Per litre we were losing, as I told you, currently we are losing about 6 rupees 28 paise per litre. And in terms of gross number, I think you have to multiply it. I don't know, I can't tell you the gross number, but it was certainly last year, the total recovery last year for the fiscal 11-12 for BPCL alone was about 1,250 crores.
Right. Mr. Singh, the EGOM is going to be meeting tomorrow for diesel and LPG hike too, and a revision in that. What is your expectation there?
We are all expecting that the government will take a call and raise the price of all the three items, diesel, LPG and kerosene, because the under recovery of diesel today is 13 rupees 64 paise. And that on LPG is about 480 rupees per cylinder. So I have been saying right from the beginning that this kind of subsidy is just not sustainable, and I don't think government will continue to bear such a burden. So it is inevitable. The increase is inevitable. How much, when, is the issue that has to be addressed by the government. The government will have to take a call on that.
Right. But Mr. Singh, what is the general understanding? After the steep hike that we've seen in petrol and perhaps the highest ever till now of, 7.5 rupees per litre, do you think it's going to be as steep when it comes to LPG, kerosene as well as diesel?
I don't think it will be. You see, look at the petrol. We have not raised the price for quite some time. And last revision of the price was in the form of reduction. Last revision in the petrol price was in the form of reduction. So if we continue to change every fortnight, perhaps this steep rise could have been avoided. But I hope that we'll be able to change this price on a fortnightly basis. And this is accumulated, under recovery that has led to such a steep rise in the petrol price. And there's no subsidy on petrol. In the case of diesel and LPG and also kerosene, government is subsidizing these products. So government will have to take a call as to how much burden they want to pass it on to consumers, how much they want to keep it with themselves. As far as oil companies are concerned, we would certainly like to have 100% compensation. Either consumer pays part of it, government pays part of it, and I don't think oil companies are in a position to absorb any part of the losses on these three products because we need money to invest in future infrastructure.
Mr. Singh, the current difference between petrol and diesel is about 30 rupees per litre, and that is a sizable difference. If one works with an assumption that we may not get a steep hike in diesel and LPG, do you think in the medium term this will only increase subsidy burden as the demand for diesel will only increase?
I agree with you that this kind of gap between diesel and petrol price is going to worsen the situation, and more cars will get converted into diesel. More and more people will resort to diesel. There are, people who are using dirty oil, fuel oil, they have switched over to diesel because fuel oil is costly in diesel. So this anomaly needs to be corrected because it is artificially raising the demand of diesel. But it is also true that diesel price is going to affect the various segment of the economy, and therefore government will have to do some balancing act as to how much they increase, which will not lead to abnormal inflation. Or you have seen what is happening with this rise in petrol price is creating so much of chaos in the market. Now diesel is more sensitive. So considering the sensitivity and the overall situation of the inflation, government will have to take a call as to how much they increase. I personally speaking, I don't think they can wipe out the entire under-recovery of diesel of 30 rupees 64 per litre. But to what extent they can go, it is absolutely government's call.
Right. Mr. Singh, considering you're an industry spokesperson and a keen watcher as well, just to put it into perspective, we're seeing the car market being flooded by diesel cars. Post this price hike, and because of that factor as well, can we see eventually the demand for petrol actually go down and for diesel to pick up?
If the situation remains as it is, and this kind of gap continues to persist, and government does not take any action in terms of raising the duty or taxes on the diesel car or raising the price of diesel, then I'm afraid what you say may come true.